Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to an Xbox One video. I haven't done one of these for a while, but today something pretty notable dropped that I thought you guys would want to know about, so I'm going to make a video on it. If you are a regular user of Upload Studio, then you probably already know this, but if you don't or you haven't booted it up today, then you might not know this. As of today, Upload Studio 2.0 has now rolled out for everybody. Prior to that, it was in beta, but now it's officially out. If you haven't got it just yet, then I imagine that updates are just gradually rolling out, but if you have and you boot up Upload Studio, then this is what you'll be greeted with. It looks very different to how it was before, and there's a hell of a lot of new stuff. Also quite a lot of hidden stuff, so I figured I'd give you a little walkthrough and show you how it works. First up, this is your homepage. So if you scroll around, you can see a variety of different looking templates. These are what you can now see as themes for your videos. So you've got things like Sunset Overdrive, Speed, Call of Duty, Thermal War, all these different things like that. These are all different themes for your videos. So they'll give you the different kind of styles. So you may remember in the old Upload Studio, you had the concept of skins to sort of like theme some of your videos. This is kind of like next level skins. This completely changed the way your videos behave. So I'll show you that in just a second. But if you scroll over here, you can then go to browse all the templates and you can see that there are a hell of a lot to choose from. You've got things from like games like Forza, Call of Duty, Sunset Overdrive. Then you've got some bespoke ones like these commentary ones or Gamer TV. And you've got some even wackier ones where it looks like you're in a car in like a cheesy sort of 50s TV show. So, with that being said, let's jump back to the main menu and see how this works. Let's select, for example, the Forza Horizon 2 template. Now, as you've always been able to, you can start from scratch and do this all yourself, and I'll show you that in just a second. But if you do opt to use a template, you'll notice that a lot of these buckets are already pre-filled. This is actually a top 5 template. As you can see, there's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then there's an intro and an outro, and there are lots of empty buckets. These empty buckets are where I would either put my gameplay or I would put my face. So let's go through and edit one of these and just see how this works. First up, as you can see, right at the beginning, you've got the intro. It tells you up at the top, and you've got the option to either add voiceover or to add text. So let's just go and quickly add something and say, hello. I'm not going to do anything fancy, just because I don't want to kind of like keep you guys here for too long. So, we've now got a title. As you can see, that's obviously a new feature. You've never been able to add text to the previous version of Upload Studio before. So now, if we play the very beginning segment, you'll see that it goes, hello. So, that is our intro. As I said, I could add voiceover if I wanted to, but for the time being, because I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to leave that out. I can then go to the next section, and this, again, if I wanted to add text, I can. Currently, it just plays out as a top 5 number like that. But if I wanted to, again, I could go and add text and say, I'm just going to write hello again, just because I'm being super boring. But you can see it appears in the top right hand corner, so what would probably be slightly more useful would be, say, if you put your Twitter handle up in there. So I could put @Arekkz, or you could put a link to your YouTube channel, or you could put a link to something else. But you can see it comes up in the top right hand corner, and it goes hello. So, let's now go to our section where there's an empty bucket. This is where it indicates that I now need to fill it. Now what I could do, as you can see down below, there are options for me to move these. So if I actually wanted to say, go straight from 5 to 4 and then go to this, obviously that wouldn't make sense, but I can do that. Or alternatively, if I wanted to get rid of it, I could just press the delete segment and then it's gone. And if I want to re-add it, I can just simply go down to the plus symbol on either side, and then wherever it's relevant, hit that and the bucket is back. So let's go through and complete this template as we should do. I'm going to add in a clip. I haven't got any Forza clips here, but I have got plenty of Destiny clips. So we're going to go with one of those. There we go, here's a random clip from earlier in the week. Now, just like before, you can also trim and you can change the different things on the clip. So for example, if I wanted to, I can actually get right down to the cool bit if there was, anything particular I wanted to sort of show off. At the moment, I'm not too worried about that clip, but as you can see, I can kind of trim it down to where I want, and then I've got that clip in here. Then I can also change the effect on that clip if I wanted to. So for example, I can add it so that I can put sort of text on top of it. I can put some different sort of themes on it as well. As you can see, text at the top in the middle, or over here there's a Halo theme, so the text in the top left, and different things like that. So I can change the theme on the individual clip. And if you remember back in Upload Studio, you were only ever able to apply a skin to an entire project. So you couldn't segment it between different sections. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to make a part of your video, render it out, make a separate part, and then join them together after. But now you can apply effects and types to each individual bucket. Now I'll go over these in a little bit more detail in a second when I actually go through and start from scratch. But if I quickly go through, I'm just going to fast forward just for a second while I add in an extra 4 clips, and you can see what it looks like with a completed project. So what I've now done, I've actually gone and added in a few more gameplay clips. I've actually deleted a couple of buckets just in the interest of time. But if I now go and play this, you can see what it looks like. So you start off with your intro, then you have your splash, which is the number 5. Now it's going to go straight to my first clip. Like so. Then it goes to the next transition, number 4. Again, my next clip, and it's going to play through like that. And then if I chose to add some text to the outro, then this would be my outro. It would say thank you for watching, please subscribe, please like, all that good stuff, and that is how I'd end my video. So that is using a template, and obviously if you liked your masterpiece you can then finish it and upload it. However, what I now want to do is show you the option to start from scratch, because there are a few sort of hidden options in here, a few things that don't necessarily kind of pop out to you that might not necessarily make sense, and you might think, oh, why is this feature not here? When in actual fact it is there, it's just a little hard to find. So this is what it looks like if you want to start from scratch. I'm not working with a template here, I'm just going straight from the beginning so I can do everything myself. And if you see I scroll down here, I can add in different buckets, as I've done before, and I can keep adding these. There is a limit, but for the time being I can keep adding them, and then it will tell me when I've run out of space. And just like before, I can move them around with the arrows. If I decide that suddenly I want to sort of like rearrange my order, maybe I'm making a montage and I decide that one of the clips would actually be better if I pushed it forward a couple, and then I can move it around like that, and I've got complete freedom. So they are your basic buckets. And as you can see, by adding a default bucket, it says add clip and add text. But you might be asking, where's the option to add connect? Because before you can use your connect camera to put your face in, and then there's a load of cool things you can do with that. And in order to do that, you're going to want to go up to change type. Now this is what I meant before when I said that there's a lot of things in here, but some of them are quite hidden and they might not be that apparent right off the bat. So if you're going in for the first time, you'll be forgiven for thinking some things are missing. So when we're in change type, you can see by default, game DVR is selected. But I can then go over to connect, or game DVR plus connect, connect plus game DVR, Game DVR plus Game DVR, and Connect plus Connect. That's the equivalent to your picture-in-picture. So for example, if I add in Connect, and then you can see if I go back to the bucket, it now asks me to add Connect. And you can see if I look at my camera, wave to you guys, that is what it's seeing. My camera is a bit of a funny place, so apologies for that, but you can see that it adds me in there. But if I return to change type, you'll see there are some additional things. Instead of just looking at the regular things like game clips and connect, if you go across to splash, transition, outro and intro, you can see some of the things that were in some of the preset templates. For example, if I go to splash, and then I go to change effect, then you can scroll through here and see a wide array of different countdowns. So for example, these ones are inspired by Sunset Overdrive, these ones are the video walls you may recognize from the official upload top 10s, these ones are say some more sort of like, you know, bespoke ones, and then obviously at the beginning we had the Call of Duty ones with all the debris, there's some Minecraft ones. So these are your regular say top 10s or at least top 5s. But alternatively, if you go back to change type and go to transition, this is the interesting one. Notice how the bucket now is a little bit smaller than it was before. That is because this is a transition between clips. So in order to illustrate this, let me quickly go and move this between two clips, add in a quick game clip here, and then another one over here, and then now I've got the bucket in the middle. So if I then go and bring this up, and I go over and select a transition that suits it, so for example I can do a wipe left, or I can do like a Halo Master Chief style one, or I can do like a Minecraft one. So let's go with Minecraft because it is blindingly obvious. And then if we play out our actual video, see it plays my short clip, and then you get a Minecraft style transition. Now some of these are a lot more subtle. Obviously I wouldn't normally use the Minecraft one. I'd normally try and use some slightly nicer ones, something like, I mean this one for example is actually a really good one. It's just a lot more subtle, so if I play this one out you can see it just sort of slides across and then moves straight to the next clip, and that way it's a lot more minimal and it'll look a lot nicer in the edits. So that is an option there, and obviously if I then return to one of these and go change type again, you'll see that there's also the option for the intro and the outro. So again, if I select one of these, then if I go to change effect, there are also a wide array of intros. You'll see that this one actually picks up your gamer pick, your gamer score, your gamer tag, and lets you put a title at the top, which is really cool if you want to sort of personalize it and put your own stamp right at the beginning. But then again, you've got some slightly more themed ones. So this is a Call of Duty one, you've got a Forza one, a Halo one, Minecraft, Sunset, loads and loads of really cool ones, and these can be the intros to your video. That doesn't mean to say they have to go at the beginning of your video, you can put them anywhere, because you can now move things freely. But that is the idea. And similarly, you have one for outros. But it gets even better. Let me show you something really cool. If we go to change type for a second, and we select connect, then if we go down to change effect, and you'll see by default this one's selected. So again, I'm here as you can see like that before, but if we now go over to something slightly more interesting like one of these, let's pick say something like, in fact let's go back right to the start and we'll have say the Call of Duty one. And I then go down to the option where it says add connect. If I then hit start recording, you'll see that not only am I able to now record myself, but I'm actually in the game, and it's actually cut me out. Connect has the ability to effectively create a green screen effect without a green screen. Admittedly, it's a little bit rough around the edges, as you can probably see, but for the most part, it's still pretty damn good. So as you can see, there are a hell of a lot of new things in Upload Studio 2.0. I'm not going to give you a complete walkthrough of absolutely everything, because otherwise I would be here all day. But what I have shown you are all the main features. But, just as a quick recap, just to remind you, the main things that have been added are firstly the ability to create buckets freely whenever you want to and then move them around as and when you see fit. Then on top of that, you can then change the different types for different things. So you can add in Connect, you can add in Game DVR, and if you do like the original templates that used to be there, for example, Gameplay and Connect, you can then select that and you've got this here, so you may recognize that from the original Upload Studio 2.0. That option still remains. But on top of that, you've also got a wide array of intros, transition effects, splash screens, outros, and all that good stuff like that. And within every single one of those options are even more options if you go down to the change effect. Not forgetting you have the ability to add text and voiceover to every single bucket individually, so no longer do you need to make a video where you do a voiceover for the entire 5 minutes. Instead, you can now do it per bucket, and that way if you make a mistake, it's so much easier to redo. Plus, I did mention 5 minutes, you can now record clips longer than 5 minutes. And on that bombshell, that brings me to the end of this video. That was just a brief walkthrough of some of the new features that Upload Studio 2.0 has to offer. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. It should be available right now. If you haven't got it already, then boot up your Xbox and see if you got the update. If you haven't, I imagine it's rolling out very soon for you, so stay tuned for that one. But if you did find this helpful, if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a like, and also if you're not part of the Arekkz Gaming Nation, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.